Hello everybody, how are you doing? I am out in the shop for just a few minutes. We have an appointment to take off to, and then we have a graduation party a little later today. So I don't have a lot of time, but what I'm trying to do is I have agreed 3 months ago to do a demo at my club for the June meeting, the second Sunday of June. And I need to gather up everything for that demo. So I am going to turn a bespoke pin off camera. I'm not going to record it because I need to, get through it and get all the tools. I've got a table right here, and I've already started. I've got my blank for the demo. I've got the blank that I'm going to turn today already cut and on the lathe. And I didn't cut this one because I want to make sure, I cut the right lengths. I'm taking excruciatingly painful notes on this. Hopefully I can type them up and then just follow through them. And if I get that far, if I get them typed up, I will offer them to you guys. But I'm going to put every tool as I use it on this table. And this will be the table that when I'm done, I'll take my notes and I'll put all of this in my in a box, and I'll have everything I need to go to and perform the demo at my club. I do have 1, 2, 3, looks like at least 4 packages over there that I need to open. And I don't know that I'll do that this morning because I'm getting started on some of the note taking and some of the tool gathering. But I will try to get back out here maybe later tonight after the gathering if things are still going well and I have some time. I'll try to get out here and do a mail call, and I'll keep you guys posted on how far I get. And it's really good to be out here. I don't know, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Sunday and Monday I may get a little bit of shop time. Like I said, I don't know that I'll be recording. I think I'll be focusing on making this pin to prepare for my demo. Well guys, not so successful. I had my section here and I had it threaded. You can see the holes drilled into it. It actually goes all the way through to accept the Parker refill. I turned it around, I put it on in my section mandrel, and I started truing it up with my Easy Wood square carbide cutter. And I don't know what I was thinking. I did not bring my tailstock up. All it took was one little rough edge and boom, it split right apart. Let me show you my table. It's really starting to come together. Every time I use a tool, I'm documenting it in my book over here. And I'm placing all the tools on the table over there. And it's making it a really slow process because I'm having to go back and forth. But I want to make sure I got everything I need when I get to my, my demonstration. I'll catch back up with you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody, how are you doing? It is now Sunday morning. I did not make it back out to the shop yesterday. We just had too much going on. But I did make it out this morning, and I've made a section. And you'll notice the nib of that section is not very long. What I've done is, when you drill into the back of your section for the shoulder for your ink refill, I was drilling 21.77 millimeters, and I've gone ahead and added 5 additional millimeters to that to push the ink refill farther out. I had plenty of room on this blank. It was probably about this long when I started, and I kept trimming it back and testing and trimming it back and testing, and finally I ended up with that little nub, which it's okay because it's longer at the top. I can write with it fairly well, but I truly think a longer nib to the section is more comfortable. So in my notes, I'm adding 5 millimeters to that. Next time I make one, I'll adjust again if I have to. So this is going to be a living document. But what I'm going to do now is go get started on the body. Well, it's been a really good day in the shop. There have been some ups and there have been some downs. But here on the table, I've got everything that I need to make a bespoke pin. So this is what I'm going to take with me. I'm actually going to pull just the drill bits I need out of the box, so I don't have to take that big box with me. But this is what I need to take to club to do my presentation. I also need to sharpen my tools, make sure they're ready to go. I got the body of the pin made, and there's that section I made earlier. This one's really, it doesn't really go together, but I blew the section piece up and made that. Turning the cap, blew the cap up. I actually had the cap, I inserted the body of the pin into the cap, and then I used my tools to turn so they matched perfectly, and I did sand them down. So about the first half of this was sticking out of the collet chuck, and I got it to where it was perfectly smooth and even. There were no lips on either side of the cap or the body. And I had it on the mandrel, and I got a catch and it broke, and I glued it back together, and I got another catch and it broke, and I glued it back together, and I got another catch, and I said, to heck with it, I'm done, no more. And the reason why I'm getting catches is, man, I tell you what, I think it's been really about 2 months since I've turned, and I can feel it. I'm not getting the cuts I used to get. The tools just aren't comfortable in my hands, and I am way out of practice. So I am extremely nervous about giving this presentation because I don't know if I'll get a chance to turn and practice between now and then. So for the guys at the club, bear with me. But anyway, that's great. I tell you what I'm going to do real quick. I got a couple of packages over here. I'm going to flip around, get those opened up, and then I'm going to call it an evening, get in the house and hang out with the kids. This is a holiday weekend, and my family had gone out for a little while earlier today. That's why I had shop time. They just got back a few minutes ago, so I'm going to go hang out with them, have a little dinner, and see what's going on. But let me show you what came in the mail. This first envelope I had already opened. Roger Dickerson had sent me an email and told me this was coming. And I just wanted to, it's been sitting on my table for a while. I wanted to show it off to you guys. A while back, you remember I did a video where I took some cutoffs from some honor pins that we made, honor flag pins, and I made some blanks, and I gave those blanks away. Well, Roger is one of the guys who got the blanks, and I said to those guys, the only stipulation is you got to send me a photo of the pin you turned. So Roger, there's the pin that he turned. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. And he also sent me a picture of the veteran that he presented it to. Now, there's a little note here, and I'll go ahead and read the note to you guys because I really appreciated the note. It says, "Hi, Bob. These are pictures of the pin I turned and also of the 92-year-old vet," I'm going to omit his name because I don't have permission to use that I presented it to. He served in the Army. On his 90th birthday, he went skydiving. He is full of spunk, and most of his time is spent doing for other vets or community services. Thank you for the opportunity to give to someone that has given so much for us, a great nation. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Regards, Roger Dickerson." Roger, thank you. I really appreciate that. This next envelope came from Jason Rose. Now, those of you who are in the pin turning community, especially over on Facebook, may know of Jason Rose. Jason is the gentleman who put together the Mid-Ohio Valley Pin Turners Gathering that I went to last September, where I got all the information on how to turn bespoke pins and learned a lot about casting, and it was a great get-together. I really am keeping my fingers crossed that I can make it this September. It just depends on what's going on with work. But Jason asked me to be a beta tester for him, and he has a brand new blank. Might be a little hard to see, but it's a Vietnam commemorative blank. I'm going to be turning this in a video, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity. And on this certificate of authenticity, on the back there, you can see the little dot. That's where the sand was gathered, and it has the longitude and latitude of the location. So I'm really excited about turning this blank, and as I mentioned, there will be a video. The next package I have is from Colin Hayward over in the United Kingdom, and he contacted me a while back and said, "Hey, I came across something that I've never seen you turn, and I would love to send it to you." And I'm always up for a challenge, and what it is, and it's really, this is super cool. These are cutoffs of a Scottish whiskey barrel stave. So check it out. You can see the burn, the charring on the inside, and there's the outside of it. Little shot of either end. These are going to be so cool. I have an idea for these. I got a pin that I want to turn for someone, and I don't know if I mentioned it to Colin or not. I'm not going to say any more about it here. I'll wait until I get a chance to do it. I don't want to blow it. Colin, thank you so much. This last package is from Mark Seymour. I'm going to get this open here. Looks like there's another package inside. Okay, beautiful. Mark is the owner of Pin Tactics, and he contacted me because you might remember I attempted to turn a bespoke pin out of a piece of salted hackberry, and I crushed the cap. And I've been meaning to get back to that pin and turn a cap for it, but I really need a piece of wood that I attempted it with a piece of wood a couple of weeks ago, and the wood just didn't have the density, and the grain wasn't tight enough, and it just didn't turn out. Well, he had a piece of African blackwood, and he contacted me and said, "I'm going to send this to you so that you can complete that pin." So right here, this is going to be the cap for that bespoke pin as soon as I get a chance to get back out in the shop and start turning. Mark, I want to sincerely say thank you. I appreciate this. That's really about all I got for you guys. My primary objective today was to gather up all of the tools that I needed for my club demo, and I've done that. Now, next step will be sharpening everything, making sure the tools are razor sharp, and pulling out the drill bits. I don't want to take that whole big box, and there's only like 3 or 4 that I need. And I did take some notes. The tricky part about the notes is it's tough to follow on this because I'm still developing that section, which means sometimes I drill a little deeper, sometimes I don't drill as deep, so my notes change every time. But I'm going to share them with you guys once I can get them typed up and have a few minutes, and hopefully you guys can use those as a starting point, and maybe they'll help somebody out. But anyway, that's really all I got. I'm calling it a night. You guys have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and maybe I can squeak a little time in here and there. But from what I'm being told, I'm going to be pretty busy through October 1st, and then we'll be fighting fires the rest of the year. So I'm not looking to be really in the shop on a regular basis until probably sometime after January. And I hate that, but it just is what it is. Anytime I can get out here and do something, I will do it. I didn't record today because I had an ulterior motive and I really didn't have a lot of time and I had to get through it. But in the future, anytime I can get out here, I will attempt to record. I've got some ideas. I've got some supplies over here. I just really need to get out and practice more than anything. And you guys will be a part of that. So thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for sticking with me. I truly appreciate it. Have a great evening, and I'll see you again real soon.